Hello?
Hey Chris, I'm just on my way. You're nearly at the studio.
Oh my god, hang on. Alright, I'm coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mike Showcase. It's about to start, but only if Chris can make it on time.
It's okay. The main thing is you're here now. Are you ready to go? Yes, please, thank you. Let's go.
Fine, I'll do this.
What are you doing? There.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. You made it.
I did. Just made it.
Just made it through the skin of your teeth.
Just.
Welcome to the Northwest Media Centre here at the Warrington campus for the 2017 Media in Chester show.
On tonight's show, we'll be taking you through the journey at the University of Chester. We will be speaking to a number of students here and also showcasing some of their hard work. And also we have the amazing band Priestley in the studio.
We'll be celebrating students' achievements, success and their work this year. So Chris, are you ready?
Well, I'm ready, but are you guys ready?
Oh, come on, you can do better
They can do better than that. Are you ready? There we go. Let's start the show.
So every university degree starts with the first year. Let's have a look at some of our students' hard work from their first year.
First year.
And I'm a member of the Warrington Clean Up My Community group. The people on the litter picks, there's a broad cross-section of the community. We get children, we get pensioners, we get a full spectrum of people, so it's really interesting to meet up with.
And unfortunately, guide dog work is very unique in the fact that it suppresses natural instincts in the dog. We don't want them to sniff, we don't want them to go and see other dogs, other people. So guide dog work is unique in the fact that we stop them doing that. The social side is what we concentrate on as well.
Every section sort of needs to blend, and then within the sections, and then get the sections to blend as a whole band sound. It is, and to be fair, a lot of it is done by listening to each other.
Some really amazing work there. So I've got some fun facts about the university. There are over 12,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students at the University of Chester. That includes over 500 international students from all over the world. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot of people. Well, joining me here now in the studio is Alvaro, all the way from Mexico, and we have Dan, a local student from sunny Liverpool, to talk all about their transition to university. So welcome, guys. So first of all, Alvaro, so why Chester University?
Well, when I first started looking for universities, I found University of Chester after a while of looking, and it had exactly the course that I wanted. And it just looked very appealing online, and I went for it. I'm here.
And what about you, Dan? What do you think?
I just wanted to get out of Liverpool, kind of move out a bit. Like the idea of Chester, it's a lovely place.
Good, I'm glad. And you both settled really well. We've seen you around campus, you're buzzing to be here. So what are your courses? Tell me about your course.
Doing a film and television course, typically working in the studio, much like this. Working on film mostly.
And what about
yourself?
Studying commercial music production and business management. And in commercial music production you learn all about the industry and recording and making music and, well, business is business, right? So.
I mean, for yourself, Alvaro, so does it actually, are you happy with what you've got at University Experience so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love my course and I love the people and I'm really enjoying my time here.
So you do not miss Mexico at all?
I do miss Mexico. I definitely miss the food most of all. The food and my family, of course.
I think we would miss the food.
Yeah, we'd miss the food. Take priority
miss the food.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the dream then? What do you want to do after uni?
I must just see where it takes me. Just work hard, see where I can go in the industry.
That's the way to go. What about you, Alvaro?
I'd love to start working in a recording company, any sort of record label, or perhaps start my own. I don't know. So
what advice have you got for any potential students wanting to come here?
Probably don't pack as much as I did. I definitely overshot it a bit.
You never know. How about yourself, Dan?
Same thing, try not to pack too much, just go out and enjoy it.
Amazing.
You've heard it here first. Do not pack too much.
That's for you, not me.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, guys. Within that, well, thank you very much for that. So now here's a glimpse of commercial music production, which Alvaro is currently studying. Let's have a look at what they do.
Commercial music production. It's in the sound.
My name is Dan. The course I do is music production. Here we've got 3 studios, top-of-the-range studios here, and they not only teach you how to use the production equipment, which is obviously great, but they also go in depth into commercial music and make you understand different trends that have happened throughout of history, and also how history has evolved with music. Because I've done music production at university, and we'll learn how to do that properly to try and get that commercial sound that you hear on the radio today. And honestly, it's the best thing I've done.
My name's Lewis. I do commercial music production year 2. I prefer working with live recording and maybe live gigs and stuff, where I have the actual producing side of it. I do prefer working in the live scene. So you get to do things from journalism, you get to do things from production point of view, you get to do sound for film, so there's various opportunities to pursue. It's a really interesting field.
Well, the commercial music students here work with local bands to produce amazing music, including a band here that's joins me now, especially for us in the studio. Local band Priestley. How are you doing today?
Not so bad. Thank you for having us today.
Enjoying the great British weather?
Yeah, you guys have had okay weather this last week. So
okay weather, we're getting a bit of sun, it's not too bad. So tell me a bit about your new single you're going to perform for us.
This new song we worked over the last 3 years. It's a song called Start Again. Me and Maddie have been writing for 3 years, but we started getting a bit of movement with the BBC introducing Merseyside and things like that just over the last year, so we've had to rejolt the music a bit, but we're looking forward to playing you our new version of Start Again today.
So what's the story behind Priestley? Where does the name come from?
Priestley College, so it's a local 6th form college where me and Maddie met. I think everyone in this band, minus the 21-year-old grey-haired fella in the back there, had to be said. He's a Manchester boy, but we all went to Priestley College at some point, so it was a no-brainer. We were making the name of the band.
And it's definitely paying off because you make amazing music, I've
heard.
Thank
you.
Now, I've heard your bits and pieces in rehearsal, so we're looking forward to hearing it. So I'm going to let you go get ready and get ready to perform a song.
Thank you very much.
So that was the wonderful band Priestley, here with their song Start Again. Get ready to take it away, guys.
Another version of the song. The first one didn't go to plan. You played the cards that I'm dealt with, even though I own the hand. I found myself outside your door. It's raining and I cannot stand. Your father told me to let go. Son, you should start again. breathe, I will not eat. I'll be consumed by this hole inside of me. I cannot breathe, I will not eat. I'll be consumed. You call me toxic to your health. You said I couldn't see past myself. I thought I did, I did, I did, I did, I did, I did for you. Myself outside your door. It's raining and I cannot stand the final words as you let go. Maybe you should start again. You call me toxic to your health. You said I couldn't see past myself. I thought I did, I did, I did, I did, I did, I did, I did.
Wow, absolutely amazing track. Remember, they will be coming back soon as well. So the next step in university is the second year. Well, fingers crossed, that's if we get in. This is where the work really starts. Here's some of the second year students describing their experiences.
Second year.
There are many students doing different courses at the University of Chester's Media Department. Also, courses integrate with other departments. Here's a few of our second years to show us what they do.
I'm currently studying media. I'm a second year student now.
I study photography and advertising.
So I study radio production.
At the moment I'm currently doing TV and radio.
My course I do at uni is media, but I study photography, advertising, journalism and radio.
Being in the media department allows the students to have plenty of memories and proud moments that they will carry with them forever.
There's been a few moments, like when I've done advertising, we were set tasks to advertise a product, and there's some weird products on this list, so I chose to actually go out and get some duck masks and advertise the duck masks, so that made a pretty funny sketch.
I think probably the most fun I've had doing what I do is the Friday's Big Finish radio show that we do every Friday evening, just because we always have tons of fun, we play loads of great music that we love, we usually have like a special guest on as well, so it's like loads of jokes, loads of fun, I love it. Every week, it's the highlight of my week every week.
Assignments in radio are normally quite funny, just as the class in general. like Will and Kat and Manish and Joe always have like this banter with Michelle, or there's always like awkward little comments made, and it's quite enjoyable in like the lectures because you always know when you go it's not going to be boring. Someone is going to make an awkward comment or a silly comment which makes the lecture a bit more exciting, I'd say.
A few weeks ago, myself and another student actually went to Stockport County and we did match reporting from the ground. So we had like press accreditation stuff. We had to go about doing all that ourselves. That was actually really interesting because we were just sat in the ground just watching it, like writing it as it all went, and that was really fun. That was probably the best experience I've actually had doing sports journalism, the thing I enjoyed the most.
It's really interesting to go out and actually like make little VTs for TV, because you get to go out and just interview random people, strangers who you don't know, and just get to see what their opinion on the matter is. And to actually get hands-on, actually physically make it, you're proud when you see it finished, that you've actually put that together.
Something that I'm really proud of that I've done this year is this particular piece of work I made from one of my last portfolios. And it's kind of like a look back at 2016 sort of thing. It compares it with like all the bad things that happened and all the good things that happened. And I think the reason why I'm the most proud of it is because when I started planning it right at the start of the project, what I heard in my head was like the thing that I actually made at the end of it. And as a part of that, I got to interview some really interesting people, and I'm just really proud of how it sounds at the end of it. So I haven't got my marks back for it yet, but I'm still really proud of it.
From your memories of first year to second year, there has been a lot of struggle, but also motivation. Transitional stories are something that will help them in the future.
Experience at the university so far, only being in second year, it's been really, really interesting. Like I said earlier, the lectures are really interesting, TV especially. It's been a good place to be because you get to actually, it's hands-on. And yes, there's the physical side of actually writing things down and having to do assignments like there is everywhere, but then the actual making stuff, it's been really interesting. I've really enjoyed it.
In second year, it's very different. So, whereas first year, I was kind of just getting into uni, you know, getting into the rhythm of how uni works and just more focused on enjoying myself.
I think you do have to have a balance between social life and work life. You can't do more of one and the other.
I think social life is extremely important in the university experience because I think without it, it wouldn't be uni.
It's definitely an important part of university. We come here to work and to learn, but we come here to have fun as well. Especially what we're doing now, there's a lot of talking to new people, mixing things up as well, which is a great opportunity to network.
You feel like one big family. I know it's a bit cringeworthy to say, but you feel like you know people, you see people in lectures and then you see them in the bar, and it's like one big happy family, really.
The 3 years at university will be stories that you remember throughout your life. It is the people and the things that make these adventures you will remember. You can describe your uni experience in many words, but can you describe them in just 3?
In 3 words, I'd say my second year has been a fun experience.
Stressful but enjoyable.
Entertaining and inspiring.
Stressful, mental but brilliant.
Interesting, stressful and frustrating.
Storytelling is a big part of our lives, especially the ones that we create at university.
Thank you for coming in, Claire.
Thank you for having me.
So talk to me a little bit about your amazing work you've got today.
Well, this is actually from college, because I studied photography at college, and I just combined my passion of football and photography and just went out and just photographed my the team I support, and yeah, just came out with these images.
Now, I'm a football fan myself. What team do you support?
Wrexham.
Oh, Liverpool. We'll leave you that one. But still, this work is absolutely amazing. So you've gone from college, discovering what you love there, and now you're in second year at the University of Chester. So how has that experience been?
Really stressful, but if you just keep on top of your work and if you enjoy it, then it just makes things so much easier for yourself.
So as well, I've just had a look at bits and pieces of your work. It's really creative what you've done. So what do you plan on doing with this? Do you fancy doing it again in third year? Do you fancy trying something else in third year?
Probably do the same again in third year because it's something I really want to go into, and hopefully I'll be picking up experience at the football club for the next year, so that'll be good because I can produce work for them and for uni as well.
And it's took you all over the country, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been to so many different grounds across England and Wales. So yeah, it's taken me everywhere, even though it's really expensive.
It's worth it though. You're producing amazing work.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it, so that's all that matters.
So what's the plan after uni? Have you got a plan yet? What are you going to do?
Just see what's around at the time. Obviously, I'd like to still volunteer at the football club if I can. But yeah, just see where that takes me.
Well, best of luck with your future. Your
Thank
work
you.
will get you very far.
Thank you.
Thank you. Claire, that was amazing. So now let's have a look at some of the amazing creations that you can happen at university today. Here's a small idea of what photography is so popular here.
Photography. It's in the photo.
I like photography because I can take any picture that I want. You never get the same picture twice. I can be as creative as I want to be. I love working with the equipment and facilities we have on campus. I like working with the lights as they allow me to mix it up and take a variety of different shots. Since coming to university, I've learned a lot of work in the studio and different techniques.
While studying here at the University of Chester, students are introduced to many lecturers who are dedicated in helping them achieve success. Lecturers within the media industry open doors and give us their wisdom and knowledge, and also as students that helps us along our way. So with ourselves now we have Ali and Russ, so welcome.
Hello.
So first of all, you are industry experts.
So they
Would
say.
you say? So they say. So they say. So first of all, Ali, for yourself, so can you tell me a little bit about your background?
Well, I started, of course, doing a media degree, which I think is very worthwhile.
Good to know, exactly.
Good, on the right track.
Yeah, exactly. And now basically 20 years in, so I've got a few years on you lot, but now series producing, freelancer, so working for the BBC at the moment.
Oh, wow.
And just delivered Rip Off Britain food, which is currently on telly.
Good
11 o'clock if you want
Good
to watch
programme.
it. Yeah,
Bit of a
it's
plug,
great.
bit of a plug.
And what about you, Russ? What are you up to?
So I did a drama and media degree, believe it or not. So I thought of myself as a bit of an actor at one point, but didn't go down that route. And I work as a freelancer as well now, but I've worked for the BBC in London for the World Service. And I'm currently working, obviously with you guys here, but at BBC Sport and BBC Midlands Today as a picture editor and cameraman. So. Yeah.
Wow. So first of all, I mean, you say you do freelance there as well. So what would you say the positives of being a freelancer towards someone who's in a contracted job?
Well, us freelancers like to think we have a choice, but then we also have a mortgage. So it's this balance of sort of, well, for me, like last year, I worked for Channel 4, ITV, BBC, so it did give me lots of variety and flexibility with the contracts I worked in, and also you don't get drawn into a lot of politics, which for some people, you know, for me, it's not my bag. And of course, reality is that in the industry, staff jobs are like dinosaurs. You know, they're going out, you know.
What about you, Russ? How do you find freelancing?
So I started freelancing mainly because I wanted to do a combination of things, so kind of similar. I was working in kind of making corporate videos. I kind of fell down that route. So I'd worked for the Football Association for a bit, and I fell down into the route of kind of doing events and things like that, which is interesting because I hadn't done it. But I missed broadcasting, and I wanted to kind of get into teaching and kind of passing on what knowledge I have. And so yeah, it was the variety more than anything. But as Ali says, there are, you know, kind of peaks and troughs of work and things like that, but it's definitely beneficial once you can get to that point where you can kind of, you know, really kind of pester people to give you jobs.
So do you feel like the University of Chester, from getting your degree here, do you think that's set you on the platform, getting your University of Chester degree in media, it's set you on your platform to this career?
Well, I just came back to guest lecture at the university, and it was through, you know, through a mutual contact. And what was nice for me was actually having done a bit, you know, been a student and then watch those guest lectures come in and sort of think, yeah, I want your job, to suddenly be the person coming in. So for me, it's been really lovely to sort of come back in, like you say, because you kind of forget how much you learn. You like to think that you're not as old as you are, but you are. And so it's nice. Yeah, yeah.
We know the feeling, we blink.
No, we do. It's not saying 18. And with it, so I mean, obviously we're all students here. And what advice would you give us going into the industry?
God, keep enthusiastic, keep pestering. I mean, already I've had some mild stalking from the students that I've met here, which is great, all for that. I think you've just got to sort of, yeah, if you're passionate, it will come across, and it's better than being down a coal mine. It's the best job in the world.
Yeah, you've got to be prepared to work hard. You've got to be prepared to do the kind of rubbishy stuff at the beginning. So I actually got a master's degree, but then went and worked at TalkSport Radio. And I was literally making cups of tea, answering the phones, getting shouted at by dodgy presenters, all kinds of stuff. And I think you have to be really prepared to muck in and do that stuff first, because you will get those little chances, and they can be a little while coming, but you have to be patient and work really, really. I know it sounds really obvious, but in this industry more than any, you can't really hide anymore. So, you know, and you will only work hard if you really want to do it. If you're not going to work hard, that's because you're not really into it.
So the secret is hard work gets you places.
And pestering.
And a good cup of tea.
Good cup of tea, okay.
Yeah, good
That's the first skill to learn, would you say? If anyone doesn't know where to start there.
Coffee for me.
Or a coffee.
Yeah.
There you go, depends what you prefer.
So the three methods are, be a barrister,
Mhm.
not a barrister, a barrister.
Barista.
A barista. Hard working.
Yeah.
And what else would you say?
You want a cup of tea and coffee?
That's a barista.
Oh yeah. Oh, well.
Pestering people.
Pester power.
That's the good
Yeah.
one. Pestering.
Don't be
That's the
afraid
three
to do
golden
that.
rules.
You need to write them down for
We
me.
need to write them down because we'll forget after the show.
Thanks a lot, guys. All right. Thank you for that, Ali and Russ. Absolutely amazing for helping us understand the industry. Now, it's always interesting to learn about different things you didn't know before, which is great for us. Now, did you know that we have our own amazing radio station on campus? It's the Cat Radio UK. It doesn't matter what course you're on, you can have a show there. So let's see the amazing Cat Radio people in action.
The Cat Radio. Meow.
We've achieved a lot while I've been here. Just generally working as the management team this year has been a very proud moment.
So in my second year I got to interview Newton Faulkner, which was pretty epic. He's one of my favourite artists as well. So find these cool people to interview and I can actually do that. I'm not restricted in any way. So and from that moment really I sort of just pushed myself even further.
It's really cool when people come to me and they're like, oh, I want to do something with this idea. It's really fun exploring the different ways that we can tell that story and what that's all about. Yeah, second year's been really challenging, but I've got to build on the skills that I've learnt in my first year. I've made some work that I'm really proud of, and then now as we're coming towards the end of the year, it's like looking forward into what I'm going to be doing in my third year, and that's really exciting.
Well, the Cat Radio is just one of our amazing features here on campus. Me and Chris both have shows there. But back to the music, back to our amazing band. We've got Matt with us here now.
Hi.
So talk to me about the next song you're going to be playing.
Right, okay. The next track we're going to play is a song called Horizon. We wrote this a few years ago, but as the band sort of developed and progressed, there's a bit more of an anthemic sound to it. So this one we like to probably describe as an anthemic goodbye.
Sad song.
Yeah.
But happy.
But with a lot of
Sad but
energy
happy.
from Mr. Phil on the drums this time.
I'm Mr. Phil.
We hope you
I'm looking
enjoy.
forward to it. That performance was amazing. So do you get a buzz when you perform live?
Yeah, we love it, yeah. That's exactly why we do it, really. A lot like the students here at the University of Chester. You've got to come in with a passion, give it everything you've got, and hopefully, you know, like the students, we'll find some success with our music.
So you love live gigging, clearly.
Yeah.
So have you got any funny live gig stories you can share with us?
Oh, wow. Sam?
That one time.
Oh, yeah? Probably none worth sharing live, but do you know what we do? Yeah, but this, you know, the whole thing, to be honest, whole journey, we've been in it for a few years. We're probably going to be in it for a few more. We'll just keep doing what we're doing, keep trying to get better. You know, share that same sort of aspiration as you do with your students here, and hopefully we'll get somewhere, and then we'll have plenty more stories to share. Yeah.
York grinders, definitely. So you work so hard, and with a band like that, you'll get places.
That's kind of you.
You'll have some faith, you'll get there. So right.
Thank you.
the summer, spring, and the fall. We've had our joys and felt the pain. We ran through every fight. There's just one thing that remains. And if there's something that I could say, it'd be the memories that you gave. Our dreams are one, and come what may, our paths may cross again one day. I believe in you. Know I'm bleeding. Don't look for me on the horizon. Don't stare too far to the abyss. You'll be fine in a year or so. I know you'll be fine in a year or so. Don't look for me on the horizon, horizon. Don't stare too far to the abyss. You'll be fine in a year or so. I know, you'll be fine in a year or so.
Thanks a lot, guys. That was absolutely amazing. Now, what a song that was as well. Now to the most important year of student life, the infamous, dreaded third year.
Third year.
The observatory was an afterthought when they were building the technical college back in the 1890s.
I set the burger van up just before Christmas. I got made redundant, so I decided to set one up. It was allowing that, you know, hopefully in time we'd be able to move forward, yeah.
Bay City Rollers, of course, Shangalang, 8 minutes past 5. Good afternoon and good evening. This is Drive Time from HCR 104 FM.
4FM. Traffic and travel. And that's how it's done.
So the Northwest Media Centre, the building we're currently in, is far from just a TV studio. It's got a lot of different elements to it, hasn't it, Chris?
It really has. It's
truly
amazing.
has. So at the minute, we've got a fantastic art exhibition on at the back of the building. And Chris?
What?
Aren't you supposed to be there
Oh,
now?
God, yeah.
Gotta go. Typical. Chris should be there for now for us.
Here we are at the back of the Northwest Media Centre. This is where creativity happens. This is the Art Exhibition Centre. As you can see on the wall, there's some amazing pieces of art there as well. And now, a busy boy here, we have Joe. Now, Joe's actually doing a bit of work there. So, Joe, what are you doing?
I'm part of the exhibitionist, so it's my job to mount the photos and put them on the wall.
So, what's the actual process of that?
The process is we receive the photos on a hard drive from our tutor, Mike, and we have to edit them, so I'll sort the exposure, the colours as well. We put them back onto an hard drive and they're all re-edited and send them off to be printed, so that usually would take a couple of days. We then mount them onto the boards there, and we cut all the edges to make them look nice, and then we put them on the wall.
Wow, so when you actually put them on the wall, is there any reason, rhyme where you put them, or...?
No, there's not. It depends what student from. If it's from the same student, you can't have them the same sometimes, but that's something we work. As you look there, we've got some like sort of food, so they sort of link together. Always we've got you can't put black and white together because it just doesn't go.
Okay, so you're saying there's with different students there. So what students actually put work in here?
First, second and third years.
So everybody?
Yeah, it's a collaborative of everyone's work.
Wow, so it's going to be impressive. So if people haven't been here, why do you think people should come and have a look?
Come and have a look at students' work. Obviously, it's very new to the university having a gallery, so obviously having all these photos and what's quite new, so it's something for the university to try.
So there's more than this room in the gallery?
Yeah, we've got the green room around there, we've got the other room, the hall that you walk through, and we've got the foyer up there. We're going to put some work in there.
So it's a bit of a journey for people?
Yeah, and we're going to have some TV stuff as well there. Put on the projector.
Wow, okay. So as well as, so if people have not been in here before and there's different arts and things like that, I mean, how would you say you would describe this room in a way?
I couldn't really put it in one word. I think it's very eye-catching with all the work in there, obviously with the whiteboard, because you couldn't put the boards, like the walls as black, because obviously the photos won't work, but with it being white, it makes it more eye-catching.
You were saying before as well, this room's only been here for 2 years, so we're lucky to have it now. So do you know what it was before?
I couldn't tell you what it is. I just know it's been here for 2 years, that's what I've been told today.
As long as it's here now,
yeah.
That's the main thing. That's amazing, thanks Joe. Well, do come and have a look at this place if you've not looked at it. It's absolutely amazing, so back to you, Lauren.
Thank you, Chris. That was great. Great that you finally made it there too. So after university, you can either choose to continue with your studies or head off into the big wide world of work. Joining me now is a student that's just done that, the famous Callum Ronan, a cat radio legend and a photographer and a recent graduate from this very campus. Hiya, Callum.
Hello, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So talk to me a bit about what you're doing now. What have you done since you've left university?
So I finished uni and I've always wanted to be a bit of an entrepreneur for myself, and I started my own business called Callum Ronan Creative. We specialise in event photography and we do videography as well for businesses. So we go in and do short marketing videos and like product videos as well at the end of the day.
That's amazing, really unique way of selling. So how have you found business since?
It's like a sea. It's the best way I'm going to describe it. Sometimes it's a bit rough, sometimes it's a bit smooth. You just got to take the rough with the smooth.
Presenting's very similar.
Yes, and it's enjoyable though. You know, you learn a lot, and that's what I've gained from it recently.
That's good. So from 3 years at uni, you enjoyed every minute, I take it?
This is a spiritual home for me, this place. I always want to try and come back as much as possible. Sometimes time restricts me that, and money as well, but if I could, I'd be back here every day.
So what would you advise to any students wanting to do a master's, that are a bit unsure of that and maybe want to go into work?
For people who are thinking about going into business, there's really good organisations like the Prince's Trust, who I'm currently working with. They're helping me get my business started off the ground. And for like third years who are not really sure, from the minute you graduate here, you only have to wait 6 months before you can apply for mentoring and support, and that's what I did. I just sort of saved up a little bit of money behind me, started my own business, and then I'm going to get the support in now. And that's what I recommend to people if they're thinking about going into sort of that business area at the end of the day.
So, as I said before, you are a cat radio legend.
Oh, thank you.
So, tell me, do you still listen to the cat?
Yes. It's one of my sort of secrets that I sometimes do tune in a little bit. just you know, if I just want to hear what's going on, or if I see something on Twitter that pops up and I go, oh, that'd be quite interesting to just listen into, then if I get a bit of time, it's usually on in the studio as such.
We'll definitely get in touch with me and Chris and you come on our show, for definite.
That'd be a pleasure, yes. That'd be fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for your time. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Pleasure to meet you. How are you doing?
You too, very well, buddy, thank you.
Thank you, yes.
Nice of you to make an appearance.
Thank you very much. Bit of a journey that, wasn't it? Hey, it really, really was. Thanks a lot for that, Callum, anyway.
Oh, no, it's fine.
It's absolutely all right, it's amazing with it. But yeah, that's incredible to see how well students have done after university as well. So we've been on a journey throughout this university year. At the end of university, you'll be working 432 days, handing in over 58,000 word assignments, and that's not even including your favourite thing, which is referencing.
Oh, we're not even going to go there, sorry Leslie. but just like university, the show must come to an end. So thank you to all our amazing guests, thank you to our amazing audience, and as well, thank you to everyone who's participated at Backstage. Us, you know, working with you again, always love it.
Oh no, me too.
You're the Phil to my Holly.
Sad it's ending. Yeah. I am, honey.
We're back in October.
Yes, we are.
We're back in October. We're not giving up that easy.
Yeah, we will.
So now back to our fantastic bend for the third song of the night, Priestley with Kyoto Star. Take it away, guys.
Put my savings in Kyoto Star. How she loved to cross the line. I got some family waiting in Sedona. The winds are warm there all the time. That Kyoto feeling, what we believe in this we're not alone. When she comes in, I cash it all in. I buy my way back home. I found my passport in a rusted coat. I sold some things I didn't like. And I kiss my girl goodbye, 'cause in the morning I will be beneath that Arizona sky. That Kyoto feeling, what we believe in this we're not alone. And when she comes in, I cash it all in. I'll buy my way back home. And when she comes in, I cash it all in. I'll buy my way back home. That Kyoto feeling, what we believe in this we're not alone. I'll buy my way